new show exploring the lives of British Muslims jokes about airport security and overindulging during Ramadan.
Yeah, Ali Shahalom and Aatif Nawaz, the brains behind BBC Three's Muzlamic, say they wanted to tackle tricky topics and make cultural observations previously untouched in TV comedy.
The stars of the show, Ali Shahalom and Aatif Nawaz, join us now. Great to see both of you this morning.
It's a pleasure for having us.
I mean, it feels... Some of the sketches, that is very easy to laugh at, but some of them you feel like only you could go that far.
Well, that's interesting you say that, because a lot of people watch the sketch that we just showed and say, oh, you're just making fun of white people. But that's clearly not what we're doing. We're talking about assimilation and the idea of, like, you know, complex social identities that the kind of even second and third generation families of immigrants have to go through. Because sometimes you're in that office and you feel like you're sucked into this back and forth of, like, who am I and what do I need to be to make sure I fit in here?
So who are you aiming it for? Because comedy is a comedy. We can all laugh at it. But are you thinking of a particular community you're aiming it at, or do you think it crosses all lines?
For us, Muzlamic was a chance to kind of untangle and explore what we think is the meaning of being a British Muslim, but at the same time making that experience so palatable and accessible. The opening sketch of Muzlamic right now on BBC Three's Facebook page is sat on over 11 million views. If you go through the comments of that video, there's everything from this is hilarious to this is not funny. Yeah. This is exactly what I've been through to this is not true.
So how do you...
For us, we love that this conversation is taking place. So as comedians, as well as making people laugh, it's important to make people think. And I think the nature of a sketch show, 1 minute you're in an office, next minute you're in an airport, next minute we're in space, right? Like, we could do anything.
They didn't give us the money for space. I'd like to go to space.
I did 5 series in Cannes, they never gave me any of that.
I'd like to see that in space, actually. I definitely. I mean, the idea is, like, you want to explore this, but I mean, the crucial thing for the show is for it to be funny, right? It's a comedy show; it's got to be funny. But we're trying to show an angle of comedy you don't often get to see. That modern British Muslim experience. What is it? It's impossible for us to represent like 3 million British Muslims. Each is different from the last.
But it's
like a snowflake.
It's interesting, though, isn't it? And, you know, I feel like I need to ask you this. And, you know, I think it's all about intention. I think your intention's right, say just to make people laugh. However, the clip we play there, and I know what you're saying, that you recognise that some people have thought, is that being offensive, or is that being critical of white people? But I always give you, if you flip it the other way around, if that was a white comedian doing a joke, you do a joke there that, you know, I'm so white that I've got a loyalty card to Greggs. If it was a white working-class comedian, let's say, he did a sketch and said, well, I'm so black, I've got a loyalty card to Nando's. I think there might be a bit of uproar with that.
Man, it depends where you are. I think if you're in Karachi, you're OK. I think it depends where you are. It is about context sometimes, right? This is the tools. Like, I remember when I broke into stand-up comedy, people say, oh, you just talk about being Muslim. I'm like, but I am Muslim. Like, you know, that's my life. That's something that's important to me. I think I can talk about it with some authenticity and bring to you an experience that you're not necessarily familiar with. Why can't I talk about that? And it would be strange if I talked about being a Rastafarian person from Jamaica, because that's not my experience, right? I can refer to my experience. I don't know if I can refer accurately or with any class to that experience. So I think all you can do is try and be well-intentioned. We try to keep the show as accessible as possible. It does have thematically, it touches on things that are, you know, specific to that Muslim lifestyle some of the time, but generally, anybody can watch it. You can watch it with your mum, you can watch it with your dad, you can watch it with the guy who stopped and searched you on Wembley High Road, like whatever it is. You know, you can watch it with anybody you want, is the idea. We make it nice and accessible.
I mean, my view on that, by the way, I think we've got to get to a time where a white comedian can write about something that if his intention is right. Somebody once said, you can make a joke about anything in the world as long as your intention is right. And if his intention is not to be racist or critical of black people, you can write that joke. Similarly, how you've written the joke there about, because I think your intention is right. But I want to finish off with... I'm going to run out of time.
Right?
Wow. Yeah, OK.
Oh, wow.
Celebration of your show.
Wow.
Oh,
celebration of your show. And also, it's Eid this weekend, right?
Eid on
a lot of people don't know. It's a
indeed.
very big festival for the Muslim community. The festival sacrifice, where people will be sacrificing. They'll be giving... They sacrifice lamb and meat, don't they? And give it out to the poor and stuff, and a big celebration. So I thought we'll have some Asian sweets.
That's so nice.
This is assorted baklava.
Oh.
Premium quality. Yeah, there you go.
Am I allowed
Please, go
to
for
eat
it.
it as well as laugh
can
at
I-
jokes?
Of course
This
you
is
can.
great.
Please,
I've got
This is
some,
great.
please.
I will
After
have
you.
one a bit later.
I'm
but
gonna-
Just take one for now. Take one for now.
I will have nowhere to put it.
I'm going to take it now.
Just take it.
Don't worry, I'm going to take
Just
one.
take it, will you? My goodness
for it,
me,
man. It looks
honestly.
good, it looks
You
good.
can see your feet.
I know.
I put on so much weight since I worked with him. I can't tell you.
Lovely.
But just to bounce off of that, our Eid gift to everyone is that Muzlamic is actually going to be on BBC One. So please do tune in on 12th of August.
Monday night.
Lovely.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we didn't
Very
even get to...
beautifully done plug, if I may say.
Very good.
And we didn't even get to...
I would have done it, but I'm busy.
Why Ali's got his big coat on. And we didn't...